Welcome back. Well, becoming an organ donor is a personal decision many people decide to make at one point or another. It can ultimately save someone's life, but there is a big need for people to donate, especially minorities. And joining us this morning is Mark Brevard. He's the outreach coordinator for the New England Organ Bank, and Charles Treadway III, a heart transplant recipient. Thank you both for being here with us this morning. We certainly appreciate it. So, Mark, I want to start with you. Just how many people are on the list waiting to get transplants?
Well, nationally, there's over 125,000 persons who are on the waiting list. Here in Connecticut, it's more than 1,000 persons who are actually on the waiting list waiting for organs.
And these people have been waiting for any period of time?
Right, any period of time.
Now, as I had mentioned, there's a big push for minorities to become organ donors. Why is that?
Well, we find that there are a lot of minorities who actually need organs, and there are not a lot of minorities who are actually on the donor list. So there are a lot of myths in the community. So we go out into the community to just share about organ donation and bring awareness about transplantation and the importance it is to the community.
Because it's important to note that organs are not matched according to race or ethnicity. However, the chances for a successful transplant increase significantly.
Correct.
When it's someone of your same race.
That is correct. Yes, it is.
All right, that's good to know. Now, Charles, as I mentioned, you are an organ donor recipient. Tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, I was kind of lucky. I knew my family history. My grandmother suffered from heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, ran on both sides of my family. So I went to my cardiologist early. I was first put in with a defibrillator. Unfortunately, they had to remove that in 2010, and I was put in contact with the Yale Transplant and Cardiac Center. They decided that it was time for me to be put on the list, so on September 24th of 2012, I was officially put on the donor list, and by the grace of God, I was not on there that long. On December 31st, they found a donor for me. It was the third try.
Wow.
And on the 1st of the new year of 2013, I had a new heart.
So you've had your new heart for a little more than a year. You know, people out there who are watching may have had to have, you know, an organ transplant. What is it like waiting for that call, knowing that, I mean, you have an organ inside of you that, you know, is not working properly, and then getting that new organ is crucial. What is it like waiting for that call to say, we have one for you?
Well, actually, that's a very good question. I was only 48 years old, and I was preparing to die. So basically, I was saying goodbye to all my good friends, my relatives, my daughter. I was missing, knowing I was going to miss opportunities to spend with her. But the fact is, you have to keep calm, you have to pray, you have to just, the facility at Yale New Haven here is wonderful, it's beautiful. Down from the house cleaning to the surgeons, they all keep you calm. My Dr. Bowenconda right now always monitors my blood tests and everything like that. I just had my 2nd anniversary, I'm doing well, I'm back in school. So as long as you talk with your family physician, at least get that checkup once a year, you'll do fine.
Exactly. And what was the recovery process like after you had the transplant?
Well, I went to rehabilitation for about 1 month to basically get my strength back, learn how to breathe right, and those things. And they released me a little bit after February of 2013, but I had to be in close contact with my doctors for a year. So they can call me in at any time during the week.
For a checkup.
Yes.
And you look like, I mean, you're doing great. So very happy that that worked out. And Mark, you know, tell us, how does the New England Organ Bank help in this matter?
Basically, the New England Organ Bank is one of the oldest organ procurement organizations. It was founded in 1968. And it helps through the whole process with the donor family and the persons who are receiving the organs through the process of making sure that they're in contact with the right people, actually with the family during the process of either being a recipient or a donor, and also an aftercare program for those who have lost a loved one who has donated an organ to give life to someone else.
So many different resources, and then real quick, we have 30 seconds left. How can someone become an organ donor, especially the minorities in this case?
Well, first of all, you can do it at the motor vehicles department. That's the way that a lot of people do it. But you can also do it online at www.donatelifenewengland.org.
All right, people can donate. And then real quick, do you know where your heart came from? Do you know the personal story of the person?
Yes, I do. I am in contact with them in about a month or so. Through the organ bank, I'm
Right.
going to meet my donor's family.
Wow, what an incredible story. It just goes to show the importance of donating and how it can save a life. So, gentlemen, thank you both for being here
Thank you
this
for
morning.
having
We
us.
certainly appreciate it. And if you can, obviously, become an organ donor. And for more information, just go to WTNH.com, click the On Air tab, and pull down to the Good Morning Connecticut weekend section.